because there can be no hiding from the fact that I stand here today as the leader of a much smaller Westminster group. 8 short weeks ago, we lost dozens of good colleagues and we lost the election. In this room, we all know and we all understand that hiding from that harsh reality will fix nothing, because the right response never lies in easy excuses. The only right response is rooted in reflection and responsibility, because the honesty, the brutal honesty of democracy means that we need to be brutally honest with ourselves. It wasn't our political opponents and it wasn't the media who sent us a stark message at the general election. It was the people we serve. And when the Scottish people, the very same people who have previously placed their trust in us, send us a democratic message, the only right response is to listen and then to act. And those actions must involve change. The change of knowing that we must reroute ourselves in the priorities of the Scottish people, the priorities they are telling us we have moved away from. The change of knowing that the standards the public expect from the politicians, their politicians, are as high as they have ever been. The change of knowing that when you say you are going to do something, you deliver it. And committing to that change, let me be very clear about something else too. In a team, you don't point fingers. You accept that the mistakes of others are your mistakes too. Just as our recent results are our collective burden to bear, it is now our collective challenge to mend the trust that we have lost with the Scottish people. And collective change will only ever come from the individual actions we all now decide to take. Now, it was once famously written that everyone thinks of changing the world, but nobody thinks of changing himself. I think there's probably a fair degree of truth in that. And that is exactly the challenge and the change we all now face. Embracing the humility and honesty of defeat in order to renew our relationship with the Scottish people. Showing that we can speak again to their aspirations and that we have the competence to deliver for them and their families. Reimagining our offer and re-earning the right to represent them. And yes, still being honest with all of our people that we firmly believe that independence remains the road to a better future. That is a path to recovery for this party. But more importantly, that is a path to delivering for the people we serve. And friends, we must remind ourselves that whilst the sea has flowed back, our tide mark remains. And collectively, the SNP will not just rise to that mark again, but united we will surpass it. And that is the hope that must lead us forward together.